Like anytime I come out my hair, I need lotion on my hands. Some people are like, oh my god, you cannot touch your hair with lotion in your hands. Personally, I've never had a problem. If you don't like it, then you shouldn't do it. But for me, self-care is all about doing what feels good to me, and I buy Bath and Body Works lotion, but lately I've been trying to get them when they're on sale because I bought a lot of it, but a lot of their products when they had the big summer sale, so things ended up being so much more reasonable. Otherwise, I highly recommend just like buying store brands, drugstore brands of everything really, because I'm all about like saving money, and honestly, the high-end brands sometimes aren't worth it, in my opinion. Like, if you really want to spend all your money on that, do it. But me, I'm not going to. So, I always put my hair in this. This has been my favorite big beach towel. I just throw it in. I don't, like, squeeze water out of my hair or anything. I just throw it in. And then, what I do when I start my detangling process, I get some of this leave-in conditioner. I'm soon. I feel like I'm gonna be running out pretty soon. And I just start. My hair has dried a little bit, so I don't have like a continuous mister. So I just get some water to kind of re-dampen my hair with my fingers and my hands, and I'm gonna start just finger detangling my hair, or separating really. I do feel like there's tangles, but this is why I don't like to wash my hair all the time, because yes, my hair gets tangly when I wash it. And some people, what, your hair never tangles? Great for you, but I've always had hair that gets tangly when I wash it, so that's one reason I'm not like a super fan of having to always wash my hair all the time. Personally, I don't like lots and lots of tangles. Hi. So I will spend however long I feel is sufficient or should take doing the separation process. I'm not like in a rush to get it done. Like some people, I think they're like on this time crunch. Like, I have to get my hair detangled now. This is why I always say I should wash my hair earlier in the day, because I really kind of waited till later in the evening, which I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You smell like the Pirates of the Caribbean. What? Interesting. I don't know how you can smell like all those things at once, like, and you can shower more often, but I don't. What? I think you should shower more. I'm just gonna say, right out the gate. Yeah, you should probably be showering more than that. And how do you smell like the Pirates of the Caribbean? Like, are you like living on that ride? Like, do you just live there? Because I don't think anybody lives on. And like, how do you smell? I don't know. One of the most creatives. The creative. Like, really? You smell like a ride or like a movie. I feel like, yeah, it's gonna separate. I'm gonna take a bit of alcohol. I'll do the separation process. Separate so easily. Well, this is kind of tingly back here. A little bit anyhow. I don't even know what these people are saying. Okay, let's just get rid of that comment. Okay. Some people just had to be put in timeout. I don't know what is going on. I don't think these are real people. I think these are like bot accounts. Because, like, really? Like, YouTube. What is going on? What is going on? Every time we do lives, like, I don't see this kind of gibberish like when people do TikTok lives. And it wasn't even like this when you did YouTube lives a few months ago. Like, all of a sudden, like, you're trying to make your lives, like, competitive with TikTok, right? And we're just having an influx of, like, some weird commentary or just accounts that aren't real. Like, I'm going to say that any account that's saying something that wacky-tacky is probably not real. You support single mothers. Okay, I don't know why, but that has something to do with my life stream. You should go support single mothers. probably gonna have to do a lot of deletion afterwards because sometimes I just like when I'm doing my lives, I don't catch all this gibberish, nonsense, malarkey, I guess you could call it. They're a little just, it's a little too Lulu. Hi, you're from Iran? Well, I don't know. They're gone. Like, whatever that is, I just got rid of that account because I'm thinking it. How do you know it's a. I'm thinking. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's a bot. And it probably follows you around different places because it's a bot that's designed to go to various live streams or it just. I don't know. All I know is I got rid of it because whatever it was saying was kind of a little bit Lulu. We don't know. Like, okay, we're also. Bye! Well, we don't call people race, we call people human beings. Like, I've talked about it before in many of my live streams, so I actually kind of made a video talking about it the other day. If you want to watch that, I'm primarily English and Syrian, but that's not a race. That's being a human being of mixed ethnicity. And people are human beings. I'm kind of sad, and I was talking with my mom about this. Just, you know, YouTube should be fun. I'm just kind of sad for the future of people. Like, I have never seen so many people that are divided, buying into like division, and just saying, like, not seeing each other as human beings. Like, it's kind of, it's not good. We are all human beings, right? Like, I don't know. Just saying. Okay. It's just okay. When you say it, you should, like, the more. Let me just put it this way. The more educated way to say it is, like, oh, what ethnicity are you? Like, race? Like, I don't know, like, if you study, like, the past terminology, like, that's just. Like, I know that people talk about race and that, but nowadays it's just more, like, acceptable to say ethnicity or background. I don't know. But anyhow. Like, what ethnicity are you? It's good to, like, kind of, fine-tune your use of the English language and just become a little bit, I don't know, how should I put it this way? Gentler in your use of it. Like, it's something to aspire to, I think. And I don't know, I was kind of talking with my mom about that too. I don't know why all of a sudden, is it because of the panini? Are people just on edge? What is going on sometimes? I don't know. But anyhow, those are just kind of my thoughts on that. don't know. I guess we could say that, but they thought that in many different times. I personally am just going to continue being who I've always been, like looking for the positive. Like, this is why I have this channel to like share long hair, like self-care, positivity, fun live streams. Where's Renard and some of the fun ones? I want some of the funnies. Like, we need some of our fun, happier, go-lucky people to pop up on chat. And some of the people that just have this good vibe. I just like it. Like, vibe check. Get your vibe sky high, you know? Like a sky high vibe check. I really love that so much. Positivity is in order. Just for everybody. Like, I think we just need more of a positive vibe. Like, there's a lot of things going on in the world, but on the same token, a lot of really bad things. But I'm gonna try to make the world a more positive place in my own way. Like, that's my goal. The world can be a beautiful place. We just have to start working towards that more, you know? I think that's why a lot of people are having nostalgia, like, for 80s and 90s, because just the way things were, like, everybody, like, we were all, like, when you were a kid in those eras, like, if you were a kid in the 80s or the 90s, there was just this, like, camaraderie that everybody had. And yes, people were different, but we all and yes, people had their own little social cliques. But it's just like everybody was in it together, and it just was a time post-civil rights era where I feel like everybody was trying to do better, and society was trying to be more inclusive, and those are the kind of ideals I'm always going to strive for. And there are people that do that every day in their life, so you just have to make those choices to be part of that dynamic. And to have a mind shift, a positivity flip. If you believe in God, like I believe in God, not like the hardcore organized religion God, but if you have a belief in a higher power, it just recalibrates your mindset. It really does. Like, it'll do a lot of good for you. No, I'm not oblivious. I did a whole live stream about it. But on the same token, you're not being intelligent, smart, inquisitive about the positivity flip. Because I talked about it. Like, I talked about all the things. We do positivity on this channel. You can go find the dark side anywhere else. It's time for a positivity flip. If you don't want it, then... And like the guy that was, like, born in 82, because I was born in 78, we get it. You guys don't. Like, you're choosing. You choose what you get. If you choose this negative future, then that's what you're going to get. Like, I'm not choosing that for myself. My nephew, he's not choosing that for himself. He's in his, like, 26, 27. He's 25. But, yeah, we're, I don't know, people I know, we're still, like, trying to make the future a better place. And that's kind of, or just treat each other with respect. Like, I don't know. You can do whatever you want, though. Like, if that vibe does you well, then you should pursue it. But I admire Islam as well. Because there are certain things that Muslims have on lockdown. Like, the way that they treat each other that some Christians don't really have. Plus, Muslims, like, believe in Jesus. And I feel like a lot of Christians don't know that. But, like, I was raised, like, in a Christian background, but with a lot of respect for Islam. Because I've just... the more I've read and the more I've seen, and the more I've seen of, like, how a lot of Muslim people I know act, just some of the most respectful, kind, positive, brotherly people. And I like that. I like that. welcoming people. Just, or maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of bad things happening in the world, but you choose your positivity and you look for it. But this is my thought on that. Okay, we're gone. You have a problem. You're just not a good. You didn't pass the vibe check, and we don't. I have a comment policy on my channel. You don't get to insult people. This is like, that's one of those negative Nelly types that just wants to tell people how to think. Then go follow your negativity somewhere else. We don't care. Vibe check. Didn't pass it, so he's gone. Besides, I didn't really understand why that person was on the channel. They weren't really contributing. You can be anything you want, but okay. We're gonna start having a new conversation. Hair care. Why do you like long hair? If you're here, you should explain and tell me why you love long hair, because that's what my channel is about. I mean, you can be whatever you want. Okay, that's very cool. I like that. Thank you for sharing. Plus, that's awesome. Somebody that has been in a long-term relationship with a woman and they respect her, or any kind of long-term relationship where somebody respects someone. And I love long hair. I just think it's so much fun, and I think that's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. Because that you can share whatever you want, like other things, as long as it's respectful. Like, I don't care if somebody says what they are. That's fine too. I'm just like, I think I need to gear these conversations just a little bit more towards like talking about hair. So yeah, that's just my take on it. But I feel like too, the thing about long hair nowadays is I feel like people act like you're supposed to have long hair right away. Okay, like there's a lot of misinformation going on online right now, like making people think like they should grow their hair super long right off the bat, because I don't know, there's a lot of like fake products that promise that you're gonna grow like a foot of hair in 3 months, which is not humanly possible unless you're getting extensions, which is just another person's hair. So I feel like just growing your hair on your own, it's like it takes time, and then because so many people do extensions, some people think that nobody could, like, I remember years ago when I had talked to this guy that was my pen pal when I was in high school, and then we reconnected. I don't know, I didn't really talk to him after a while because we just, I don't know, we went our own ways, but he assumed I had extensions, and I'm like, why? He goes, because most people that have long hair, I'm like, there's actually a lot of people with long hair that just grow their hair long because they just like to. And Like, where do you think the extensions come from? They come from women, like mostly in Asian countries, that donate their hair for free and don't get compensated for it. That's where a lot of the long hair comes from. It comes from women that grow their hair long. Or if they get paid, like almost nothing really. Or sometimes a family member kind of makes them cut their hair to get a little bit of profit for it. So that's where. And the thing I hate about the hair extension industry is that it doesn't compensate the women. Like, I know, like, the women who donated their hair, they do that out of the kindness of their heart. But I feel like they should get some money out of it because there's people making millions of dollars off of it. And there's these CEOs who fly in helicopters that own properties off the backs of women that donated their hair. And now it's getting to the point, I guess, there's not enough real hair extensions, that people are looking for hair in sewers and whatnot. And yeah, it's getting kind of wild, really. Thank you, Big Frank. I appreciate you. Okay, so when I started combing out my hair, I feel like I was doing the separation with the fingers, but after a while, I feel like it just does not work. So sometimes you just have to get in there with the comb, and you have to go to town, like very, very slowly. And it's a very slow process for me, and it takes a bit of time. Try it, but this doesn't really just budge on its own, you know? Well, it could, maybe, but I need to comb. Comb helps a lot. Anyway. I could just try to smooth this finger detangle, but I feel like it's sometimes it's just easier to go through the comb, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so. Okay. thank you. I mean, that's totally cool. You don't have to subscribe. I just appreciate that you were a decent person and that you gave a nice chat. So thank you. Hi. It's nice to see you. I'm from California. The side, let's see. Start doing some coming on this side. I know it's gonna be tingly too, but I feel like this side isn't ever quite as tingly as the other side. I'm just not. I don't look like Grimace. It's gonna be. Bye. I look like a woman. You look like somebody who doesn't have. And bye. We get rid of ones like that so fast, like they're gone forever. It's kind of cool, actually. You know what? Because we're getting this under control, and we're never going to listen to people like that. It doesn't even make any sense. If you can't be good, then you're gone. Can't be good, you're gone. That's it. Can't be good, you're gone. Well, I someday might visit other countries when I have more money, but I'm sure Fiji's a beautiful place. I've seen the pictures. You should enjoy living there, though, because people pay a lot of money to visit there. So what I'll say to you is I'm sure it's very beautiful, and you should appreciate that you live in such a beautiful place, I guess, and I'm sure you do. I mean, there's things I really love about Southern California. It does. It's good. You want to take your time, though. You're supposed to go slowly from bottom to top. And this is my hair type, and I never rush. So you have to go slow, and it's a slow process. Like, you're not supposed to rush. You're supposed to maybe take up to a couple hours to detangle your hair. It is a slow, tedious process, and it gets through good enough, but I don't rush. and I take my time, and that's what my whole channel is about. It's just like taking my time. Like I will take as much time as it takes to comb out my hair. We're not in the 5-minute flat detangling club here. I feel like that is just not healthy, and it's not my way. I love to do it my way, like from bottom to top, very slow, very demure, very mindful. The slower the better. Go slow. Yeah, you go through a second time with a hairbrush, but I go slow the first time with a comb. And this is the point. It can take up to a couple hours. That's the way I've always been with my hair. I don't like rip out my hair just to comb through it really fast. It's because I'm doing very, very gentle. Very, very gentle. And this is my technique, and I just love it this way. Like, I love taking my time. I'm not in a rush. Like, it's all about just slowing down. I want to go as slow as possible. So if it doesn't go all the way through, it's because I'm not forcing anything to. I'm going very slowly. And you should, like, the longer your hair gets, start with a wide tooth comb. That's what all the super long hair people do. I think. I have like a fan. I love noise. Noise is amazing. Like, I just like noises. And I really love the noise of this fan. It's very soothing. Thank you. I used the wet brush on round 2. Like round 1, I saw the. Okay, so I do use the wet brush, but it personally, I prefer like to go in with Mr. Comb first, just because the comb, I think, is just good for kind of loosening everything up. And for me, the brush is more for fluffing. I know a lot of people are like, oh, but the wet brush is so much better. But I feel like it can, if you haven't loosened out the tangles, it can kind of get stuck in your hair, in my little opinion. So I just don't. The thing I love about the comb is it's kind of like with a pick, a hair pick, like kind of the similar idea. Like you just get in there and like you're gently prizing everything apart, but you're just going really slowly. I mean, you could go in there like. I don't think personally. When I was first. When my hair was shorter like a year ago, going in more with the wet brush, but I just felt like it's just too harsh. Like when you're first detangling your hair. For my hair type. For wavy hair type, I just personally like to take my time with a tool that I know is going to be a little bit more gentle. Because look, I have unbrush, but I just feel like I just personally feel like if you start with a brush, like it kind of gets stuck a little bit more, in my opinion. Maybe we'll put some hair oil in. We'll do. I feel like that kind of snacks on your hair too much if you're going too soon with this. It's just kind of my feeling on it, but maybe not. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does loosen things up. Let's see. I don't know. I just feel like it pulls a little bit more personally. I don't know. I'm just doing combing, hair brushing. And I know everybody's like, but what about the wet brush? I feel like I like the wet brush, but I feel like sometimes it can get a little bit more stuck. In my opinion, I don't know. I feel like it just gets more stuck. To be honest with you. Kind of my take on it. I just feel like it gets a little bit more stuck in here, honestly. Let's do, this is the last big section. Let's see, after I went through it with that, how does it feel with the comb? Honestly, a lot better than when I initially started. it back in. Go through with an unbrush. I'm not saying that I don't like the unbrush. I just feel like it kind of tugs on the hair more, honestly. And the more time goes by, I still like the unbrush for fluffing out, but I still feel like it just tugs on your hair a little bit more than the unbrush and the wide tooth comb. But I would say that the wet brush is good for like really, really fluffing out your hair. And it doesn't like tug on your hair as much as like a traditional hairbrush, but I just feel like, yeah, it's not my favorite anymore. And I feel like it's because I'm getting back into trying to grow my hair super long. And I feel like this is a good brush, but it has a limit to it. I feel like it's a good brush when your hair is like short to mid length. But when you start like going into longer hair territory, I think a comb, a wide tooth comb, is gonna be the first thing that you wanna go in for to break up the tangles, just in my opinion. But, I mean, the tangles are pretty much broken up. It's just the kind of hair that I have. I feel like I have to have a couple of days out of washing my hair and like slowly brushing it or combing it like in different directions before it feels like it's pliable again. Like I just feel like it's not stiff, it's soft, but it's just before you wash your hair it has a very softness to it. The freshly washed hair is just more bouncy, I guess, and it feels like it wants to kind of stay in one place more. That's just how I feel with my hair type anyway. Okay. So now I'm done cleaning out my hair. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.